Yo, yeah. This is the Keep It P podcast, and I thought this story was really funny. Poll says that nearly three-fourths of Americans say that the country is going on the wrong track. Isn't this funny that they use the term Americans, which is synonymous with white, right? But I wonder, does that have anything to do with us going to Washington to get our check? Does that have anything to do with America cutting the check for foundational Black Americans? Does that have anything to do with that? Guess what? These nuts 2020 and FBA all day. Now, he's finna attempt to tell us what the deal is. Go ahead and break it down for us, Chuck. Chucko. Big Chuck Willery. Break it down for us.
New NBC News poll that we're releasing this morning, and in it, voters are deeply dissatisfied
Is that right?
with the direction of the country. They're concerned about the mental and physical well-being of President Biden.
Yeah.
But the story of the last 4 years is still true today. And in this poll, the best thing for a Biden reelection campaign continued to be the presence of Donald Trump. Just 20% of voters believe this country is headed in the...
So what he's saying is that Biden definitely got a chance because everybody's scared for Trump to get in. Oh, no. Nope. We don't care. Ain't nobody who's scared of Trump. We supposed to be scared of him? That's what it is? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, brother.
in the right direction. 74% say the nation is on the wrong track. Let me tell you something about this moment. We have had this sustained period of 70%, about a year now. The last two periods in the history of this poll that we've had this kind of sustained negativity about the direction of the country was before the 92 election and before the 2008 election. Both
before Obama got elected, and before, what was that, Bush? That was before Bush got elected, but more so Obama. That's what he really wanted to say. That's why he led with that one first.
Both of those changed the party controlling the White House. Now, let's get into more of the poll. Biden's job rating sits at just 43%, about where it's been since the withdrawal from Afghanistan. 53% disapprove. A full 68% of voters, including 43% of Democrats now, which is twice what it was in 2020, say they are concerned that Biden does not have the necessary mental and physical health to be president. For what it's worth, when we ask the same question about Donald Trump, who's just a couple of years younger than Joe Biden, a majority also have concerns, but it is 55%, a full 13 points lower than the concerns over President Biden. But in 2020, Biden won more because of who he wasn't than of who he was. And in a head-to-head matchup, Biden leads Trump by the same 4 points that he defeated him by in 2020.
Now, that's what they want y'all to believe, but they ain't considering the fact that Black people is waking up and seeing all the shenanigans that's going on, and he ain't going to have that same fair shot.
49-45 in a matchup against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. You can see here it's 47-47. I'll tell you in a few minutes what that difference is and who are those swing voters. One thing that doesn't appear to be changing voters' minds so far is Donald Trump's federal indictment. Just 34% have a positive feeling towards Donald Trump. 56% feel negatively. Guess what? This hasn't changed a bit in about a year. And although a majority of voters overall, 55%, have real concerns about these federal charges against Trump, just 23% of Republicans do in primary voters. Just 16% told us they have a major concern about this. Instead, 64% of Republican primary voters call the investigations into Trump a politically motivated attempt to stop him. We asked the same question in April. It's just 4 points less than what it was in April. 31% say it's important to nominate a candidate who will not be distracted by legal problems and can focus on beating Biden. Pay attention to that 31% a minute here. So I'm going to show you something in a minute. And though only half of the Republican Party, 49%, say the Republican Party should continue to be led by Donald Trump, the not-Trumpers are not coalescing around any of Trump's rivals. Trump overperforms these numbers. In the Republican race for president, Trump leads Florida Governor Ron DeSantis by 29 percentage points now.
And let me tell y'all what that means. Like, shout out to Professor Black Truth. The reason why that is they don't want white supremacy light. They want full strength, 120% white supremacy. They don't want the discount Timu bargain bin, dollar store white supremacy. They want the full cut, the full slab. You feel me?
He's got 51. DeSantis, the only other candidate in double digits with 22. This is actually nearly a doubling of what the margin was in April. Trump was under 50. It was 15 percentage points. And in a head-to-head matchup in a Republican primary, Trump almost has a 2-to-1 lead here, 60% to 36. So again, 49% say they don't want Trump to lead the party, and yet he's overperforming that number. There are
another thing I want y'all to notice too, how they almost boosting DeSantis's profile too on the slide, slender, slip, slender. Because DeSantis is trying his best to. At this point, it ain't even a dog whistle; it's a bullhorn. But let people know, hey, I'm your guy when it comes to, racist policies and erasing that history, so you guys don't have to feel bad when explaining your history. When somebody brings up what you've done in the past, you don't have to feel bad,
Are never Trumpers voting for Trump over DeSantis. By the way, the DeSantis voter profile there doesn't match the campaign he's running, for what it's worth. Meanwhile, the groups where Trump.
Okay, groups where DeSantis is outperforming Trump. Persuadable voters, independents, women without college degrees, voters 65 plus, swing state voters, somewhat disapprove of Biden. So let's break that down. They probably only somewhat disapprove of Biden because they're giving all of these goodies and giveaways to the immigrants coming in the country. And, they ain't really with that. Swing states, that's basically the Bible Belt and all of them little rustic belt, So those are your mouth. Those is like your mouth frothing. Then you got 65 and up plus voters. Yep, that's the old dying guard. You got women without college degrees. So basically, you're trying to say like trailer trash white women or something. Like, they're kind of disrespectful with their descriptions. Independent is supposed to mean, those don't tread on me, those little supremacist groups, and there's persuadable voters. Persuadable voters are the bootlicks and the tethers that ride along with their little racist friends. And instead of saying that's really disrespectful. Persuadable voters. He's talking about you coons that be following your little friends and stuff like that.
Trump does lag behind DeSantis in that matchup against Joe Biden, do offer another warning sign for Trump and the Republican Party if he is the nominee, because they represent the most of the persuadable electorate. They're independent, they're women without college degrees, voters over 65, swing state voters, and voters who say they only somewhat disapprove of Joe Biden's presidency. So like the soccer moms and office park dads of past cycles, this cycle's key swing voter may be these somewhat disapprovers, because they were huge in the 2022 midterms. And right now they're picking Biden over Trump. And of course, the other giant red flag in this poll for Trump and the GOP, unlike previous Supreme Court decisions on interracial or same-sex marriage, public support for the decision overturning Roe v. Wade is not growing. If anything, it's moving away. A year after the Dobbs decision, it has become even more unpopular. 61% of voters disapprove, just 36% unapprove. It is a massive generational gap there, by the way, for what it's worth.
Yeah, well, for what it's worth though, like on the real though, homie. Let me stop that while they cutting up ham and all of that on the screen. Let me get the big piece of ham off the screen. Anyway, basically, well, let's look. Let's take a little dip down here. What they said. It seemed that everyone has a gripe with everyone has an issue. I guess that's just human life. We don't have any solutions, but I wish we had a candidate that could unite and could that would not continue to divide or push their own agenda, but rather do everything to help every American in peace and prosperity. And that was pretty intelligent. That was pretty cool. It says, let me look what we got here. Next thing it says, uniting is a long ago gone. We all should care for the economics in the good shape and the rest of the noise, and mostly to play on the emotions of voters to secure the next election. Vote for the emotions, we lose. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you know what? I'm not. So I'm surprised that it's not really no real racist, super racist comments in here. I mean, I'm sure if I went down, we'd probably see some more. The best thing the average American can do is educate why this is happening, then understand which political party is pushing policies and that are creating an economic situation. Worry less about what politician says and understand that their actions and what their actions actually do. Then people will understand and be better off. Well, that was pretty intelligent. Wow, I'm surprised at the comments. The problem is we never. The problem will never be fixed until special interest money is removed from politics. These politicians don't work for us. They can't pay them enough. I mean, we can't pay them enough. They are owned lock, stock, and barrel by the companies that fund their campaigns. Additionally, the partisanship that currently exists is destroying representational democracy. It has created an insurmountable us versus them mentality. Wow, that's pretty intelligent. So hold on. Hold on. Because I've been smelling a lot of AI lately. And it's not lost on me that a publication like Yahoo would not use AI to get people talking in their comment section, looking like this is the place to get all your news from. You see? You see? I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. You got to be skeptical and critical of everything, fam. Don't take everything. You got to look at everything sideways, fam. Matter of fact, damn, we still got the big old ham on the screen. Anyway, man, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. And I need you to go ahead and subscribe if you live. I need you to like for the spike. I need you to comment, vomit, and share if you dare. Where? Over here, player. However, make that sound good. Anyway, you know I got 4 words for you. It's love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I am out the Doha for Shoha. You already know.